Against one another, is that right?
That's right.
That's right, because we know that we have within us the seeds of loving one another. Because we have been on this journey for 500 years. And have we been moving forward all the time?
Yes, we have.
We have. It's a long journey. But you know what? I am absolutely proud of you young people, because what you're saying is that the issues can come together. We can talk really about police brutality, and we can talk about how we harm ourselves, how we harm each other. We can bring these two issues together. And that's beautiful to see, young people. Because change comes from the young. Every society, change has come from the young. And every time we can say, we're not going to jail tonight, we win. Every time it's not a black body in the mall, we win. So every time we say no to illegal activity, we win.
We win.
So we're on the winning team, is that right?
That's right.
We're on the winning team, is that right?
That's right.
We're creating a culture of life, is that right?
That's right.
They say down with death and up with life, is that right?
That's right.
That's right, up with life. Up with life. Up with life.
Up with life.
Up with life.
Up with life.
I'm proud of the young people. Let's keep it peaceful, and then you know what? We can create a new normal. Are we creating a new normal?
Yeah.
Are we creating a new normal?
Yeah.
Are we creating a new normal?
Yeah.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out.
That's right. That's right. I tell you, we can do it. Words. Unify.
Yeah, to the camera.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to everybody for coming out today. Unfortunately, we're meeting here again under the same circumstances that we always seem to be meeting. I just want to tell everybody in the audience kind of how my year has been going. And first of all, I want to lift up all the black folks in the community who are working towards change on the outside and have been part of this movement. I'd like to thank the folks at the NAACP. I'd like to thank the mighty Shalice Seacrest for always being present when we need her.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank the Black Lives Matter, the ladies of Black Lives Matter, the women of color for systemic change, for their hard work, for their effort. I'd like to thank the brilliant Nikita Oliver for always being here when we need her and always being able to talk and always speaking the truth. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I want to say thank you to all the people that I've met and all the friends I've met and those that I haven't met yet and will meet. But I have to admit that my heart is heavy because this year I've seen black children get shot. I've seen black women get killed. Trans women get killed. I've seen a Mexican man, a Hispanic man, a Latino man beg for his life and be shot to death. And we ask ourselves, is enough enough? What are we going to do? We're trying our hardest. Do we need to arm ourselves? And I want to point to the precinct and make a special note to Adelaide Shepard for punching Coco. I want you to know that you're a punk, just like she said you were. You're a punk. And I want all the cops watching, all the cops listening here, to know that if you have a coward in your midst, then you're all cowards. You need to reform yourselves. You need to hold yourself accountable for what you're doing to us.
And don't hide behind the color of that badge.
And do not hide behind the color of that badge.
That badge does not permit you to do what you want to do. You are a peace officer. You are for peace, not to brutally hurt other individuals without weapons. This is not what policing is. It is to protect the citizens that pay your life.
They can hear him. All right, can I get an amen on that, please? just real quickly in closing, I want to say sorry, and my heart goes out to all the black and brown mothers who lost their sons, the folks who lost their wives, who lost their children, who lost their best friends, who lost their girl, who lost their man. I want to say that I hope that no matter where you're at in the world, no matter where you're at in this country, that you can feel our energy, and that we march for you. And even if we haven't had a member of most of us have had a gun trained on us by the cops, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. That's something most of us in this audience have in common, right? So I just want to say that my heart goes out to you for your loss, and we're here fighting for you so that it doesn't happen any longer. And just in closing, I want to say one thing real quick. Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Thank you.
All right.
All right, next up we got Sister Nikita Oliver. Let's do it next. Ready? Go.
You better work it and fire. I'd rather face y'all. So, because y'all who I came here for. First of all, happy Juneteenth. Today is a day where we're supposed to be celebrating the discovery of our liberation from legal enslavement in the United States. Today, we gathered under the auspice of the United Hood March. The uniting of different hoods, and in particular gang members, to come together to talk about what it means to be peaceful for the sake of building for our people. What gets me though is we're standing here in front of the Seattle Police Headquarters, the longest lasting gang in the United States.
Bang, bang!
A group that was created for the purpose of being a slave patrol. This is a history nobody wants to talk about. It is a history that the police do not want to acknowledge, let alone unearth, so we can truly be set free from it. We do not need police. There's been a time when we policed ourselves, when we dealt with crime in our communities in the way that we saw fit, and the way that honored who we are. We, as indigenous people, we as black people, had ways of not just simply dealing with things that we thought were criminal, but actually restoring our people back to our communities.
Yes.
The system that's been set up is not about restoration.
It's about recidivism.
It is about control and recidivism. It is about keeping us in a cycle of oppression. Slave patrols were created in response to us getting our freedom. In terms of saying these folks are not going to conform to white supremacy. They're not going to conform to white privilege. So we're going to find ways to control them. We will create laws. We will have Jim Crow laws. We will create everything that is illegal to keep them in their place. This week, I realized I've been in mourning. I have been grieving. And when our brothers and our sisters, our family were killed in Charleston, I realized as grief rushed over me that this is mourning. It's what happens when people die and you go on with your life and you find ways to deal with it. And one moment you're standing at the bus stop and suddenly you're in tears because grief hits you like a wave. And I am tired of being ridden by the wave of oppression in this country. I am ready to ride it for myself. What I've been mourning has not simply been the death of our people. It has been the loss of our zeal to tear down this system and build for ourselves. My people, we need to be pure and we need to be true to ourselves. It is when we become our purest, truest, finest selves that we are most resistant to this system. There is nothing wrong with us. The system would like for us to think that there is something wrong with us. There is nothing wrong with us. We must fight to be our truest, purest selves to resist it. And we must build. The greatest form of resistance and destruction to a system of oppression is for us to build for ourselves, with ourselves, in sustainable ways, respecting the earth, respecting each other, and respecting the spirits that we see standing across from us. When we fight for our own liberation, we not only liberate ourselves, but we liberate the oppressor. We are the liberation. We are the liberation. We are the liberation. Thank you.
Who is the liberation?
We are the liberation.
Who is the liberation?
We are the liberation.
Who is the liberation?
We are the liberation.
It's family members, not family feuds. You stand with me, I stand with you.
All right.
You got that?
Yes.
It's family members, not
Family feuds.
You stand with me,
I stand with you.
it's family members,
Not family feud.
You stand with me.
I stand with you.
Next up, we're gonna have Shelly Secret speak.
Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter!
And whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Understand this is more than a hashtag. Understand this is more than a moment. This is a movement. As we celebrate Juneteenth, we got to reflect on the lives of those who are here. What has taken place in the last 150 years? How do we honor our grandmothers and our grandfathers? Those who sat there and after working in the fields all day, who whispered inside the baby's ears that said, I need you to survive. Those who struggled against resistance. Those who held on to the traditions of our native land to make certain that we don't forget who we are, because they understood back then that they need us to survive. Those who 50 years ago, in a moment just like this, when there were burning bodies inside of churches, those people who stood shoulder to shoulder, side by side, who looked at their daughters and their sons and said, I need you to survive. Those who went out with us after the Ferguson decision. Those who cried the tears after looking at the mother who just lost her baby boy. Those who look at the failures of the system that is keeping us oppressed. Those who stood shoulder to shoulder in a crowd just like us, because we understood that we need to survive, because whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter!
Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter!
Black people, it is understood that we need to survive. I am with the NAACP. I am glad to stand shoulder to shoulder with you on this United Hood movement. My sister, Shama Sawant, is here with me because she's been a part of the Black Lives Movement from before she became a council member. We have to make certain that this message goes further than just this march. Take it to the classroom, take it to the boardroom, take it to the courtroom, take it to all of the rooms. We're with you. We got work to do. Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter! Young Black.
How you doing, Seattle? I stand here before you today, and I see all my brothers and sisters. Can you say the same thing today? I can say the same thing. Okay. With that being said, this is a beautiful moment that is going on today. We must mark this in history, so that everybody that comes after us not just continues the what's the word I'm looking for? The movement. That's what the lady said, right? Yeah. That's what we all out here for, to make sure everybody knows that this can no longer go on anymore. Right? I don't want to lose any brothers. I don't want to lose any sisters. I don't want to lose any children. I have children, right? I know y'all have children, right? I really love my children. When I think about children that are shot from straight bullets, my brothers that are shot, slain in the streets, right? Innocent people cutting wood. I mean, let's get real. This is some bullshit, right? Not to curse or anything like that, right?
Oh, let it be
But
real. Let it be
I
real.
love my brothers and my sisters, though.
Yeah.
I mean that from the heart.
Talk about it.
right? So while I'm walking and I'm marching and we all are marching, let's remember that this is unity.
Yeah.
Right? that means a lot of us as gang members, all right, or ex-gang members,
Ex-gang members.
right? So that means some of us did a lot to tear down this community, not taking the blame away from
The big gang bangers.
right?
The big
Right? Not
gang
taking the
bangers.
blame away, but it's ownership and recognizing that it's time for us to rebuild.
Accountability.
Accountability. Like I said, I didn't have too much to say, but I love all y'all people out here, man, and I stand with you. Go ahead.
Are y'all ready to stand together?
Yeah.
Are y'all ready to march? It's family members. I stand with you. You stand with me. I stand with you. In every hood, we stand collective.